Hi there, I'm joined here by Chris Jones, the Director of Tax Markets at Tolley. Thank you for joining us, Chris.
Pleasure.
So Chris, at AccountingWEB we've been trying to make sense of the somewhat still mysterious making tax digital phenomenon. I was just hoping to get your perspective on what you think the implications will be for accountants.
The implication for accountants is going to be quite interesting. We're not going to see all of the full detail and have a chance to respond to the digital until after Brexit, when the consultation documents are finally released. But essentially what it will mean, there's two strands to this. Of course, there's the ability to deal with HMRC on a digital basis. But the more important development is for the small businesses out there having a requirement to report their information quarterly to HMRC. And this goes further than just simply reporting information on a quarterly basis, but actually requires you to file your digital bookkeeping to HMRC. So you're keeping your underlying records on a digital basis and filing those with HMRC on a regular basis. So it will have a significant impact on the smaller businesses, which of course is where many of the AccountingWEB accountants will be acting for those small businesses. So it will change the world that the accountants will operate in, because you'll be needing to respond in real time to real life information. So rather than advising on the best tax outcome based on information which is, for year end to the past has already happened, we're now filing old information with HMRC. We're now having to respond to real life information and what that will mean from a tax perspective. So I think it gives the ability for the accountant to move more from a compliance officer filing old information to a real live advisor advising on what the implications are for the information which is being filed on a real-time basis, and assisting clients with making those returns on a quarterly basis. So I think there could be a lot more work rather than less for accountants, but we don't know exactly how easy this is going to be. All of that detail, as you said, is still shrouded in a little bit of mystery.
Yeah. And I mean, the one thing we're kind of certain of is that it is going to be a very, very big change in how accountants work. And what role will someone like Tolley play in the CPD element of helping accountants get used to this whole new world?
Well, I mean, the thing with CPD, tax moves so quickly these days, and it's very, very hard to keep up to date on a regular basis. If you think that the transition where digital is going to become the arena in which everybody needs to work, and you need to keep abreast of what is going on, I could see that CPD, the need to do CPD, will become digital. It'll become much more around e-CPD, because you could get the thing out very, very quickly, responsive to real time. So actually, as you are filing things quarterly and actually acting on client in a real time basis and turning yourself from a compliance to an officer to an advisor, getting your CPD in regular small chunks through electronic format will be actually giving you your CPD in the world you are now operating in. So I can see e-CPD not just becoming more popular, but actually becoming an essential part of the way you need to do CPD. I still don't think that video killed the radio star. I still think there'll be a need for sort of face-to-face, but I think that the increasing need and desire will become online for sure.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Chris.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And like I